Good morning to you wherever you're watching us from. Welcome to Behind the News on the Nation TV. It's a happy new year to you wherever you're watching us from. This is the first time on the show, and my name is David Bolarinwa. You know how we do it on the show. I'm not here alone. I'm here with our in-house analyst, Mr. Adeyinka Aderibigbe. Good morning to you and happy new year, sir.
Yes, happy new year to you, David. Good morning, all viewers. It's nice being here with you once again. Thank you for joining the Nation Television.
All right, let's dive right in. We have no time to spare. The Nation newspaper with me here this morning, the headline story says, alleged terror financing, DSS rearrest ex-AGF Malami. We also have Nigeria ready for forefront seats in global economy. On the riders, we have why PDP secretariat remain low by FCT police. In the Punch, we have the headline story saying, outrage mounts as Katsina moves to release 70 bandits. And the riders, we have federal government votes 10 million for Abuja runway after scrapping 532 billion naira deal. We also have military discovers Boko Haram underground storage, fuel dump. So we take it from the Nation newspaper, our own newspaper here, which the headline story is saying, alleged terror financing, DSS arrest ex-AGF Malami. The lead here is saying the Department of State Service, DSS, yesterday arrested a former Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Malam Abubakar Malami. This followed the discovery of arms and ammunition in his Benin Kebbi mansion. Mr. Aderibigbe, it's been a reoccurring, scene with the AGF, the ex-AGF, I mean to say, Malami. He's been in the DSS custody, today EFCC custody also, for misappropriation of funds, if we would say it that way. And also now he's been rearrested just a few hours after meeting his bail permissions. Yesterday, he was rearrested for finding ammunitions and, in his mansion, just as we just read. Can you give us a brief background to all of this back and forth with ex-AGF Malami?
Yes, the ex-AGF Malami has been in the eye of the storm since last month when Mr. Olukoyede, the EFCC chairman, came to town to say that EFCC actually have a watertight case against him, and they started the prosecution. And as a matter of fact, he claimed at the time that it wasn't a new case, that the thing started way back in 2023. So it's not a witch hunt, neither is it that Malami is just as he was accusing, that he's being witch hunted, is a political vendetta, blah, 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 blah. Well, you see, the thing is that up until now, we knew that some politicians were behind the shenanigans happening in the northern part of the country, where insurgency, terrorism, and the likes have been the bane of actual development and growth of the region. But that's much that we know. The government has failed to unveil those who are behind this, even when countries like Saudi Arabia and co. had come up to even give Nigerian government a short list of names of politicians that are linked to terror financing and all. So this is the very first time, it's a novel case in Nigeria and for Nigerians, that the government will unveil, as it were, a very big fish who was in the corridor of power just yesterday, So it was the very first time, confirming also what former President Goodluck Jonathan was saying when he was in government, that as a matter of fact, financiers of Boko Haram were in the corridors of power, were in his cabinet, also falling short of naming those who were at the time. So you see that Nigerians have actually been given the short end of the stick for a very long time. And this is the first time that they are seeing that indeed there's a face, or there are faces behind financing terror or terrorism in Nigeria. So it's a good development. I know that EFCC will not go this hard way, have their watertight case against him. Nigerians are waiting to see how this pans out. And I want to believe there are more of Malami out there that needed to be unveiled, that their identity needed to be unveiled to Nigerians. These are the kind of people that are delaying our growth and development. These are the kind of people that are shortchanged this system. These are the kind of people that have been in mindless killing of innocent Nigerians all over the place, turning Nigeria into a killing field. I mean, we can't continue like this. And I believe that the judiciary will do justice to this case by making it not only a novel one, but indeed one with profound impact on how we go forward in terror financing and terror fighting in Nigeria.
All right, sir. Just Nigerians are beckoning to ask, would this not be a one-off? We've seen them taking him to court. He has been granted bail for one, just before the DSS even picked him up. Yes.
I would not say that it will be a one-off.
Today again. And would it just be one way or the other have been into terrorism financing? Would we be able to get, law enforcement agencies to get them tracked and pinned and brought to daylight justice?
You see, the thing is that the government even have the courage to do this. Don't forget that Malami is not just one Nigerian out there. He was a former Attorney General of the country. And that tells you the high profile behind this crime against humanity. That tells you that right in the corridors there, whether former or immediate, you have people who Nigerians had otherwise trusted with their commonwealth, who have otherwise been trusted with their welfare, who are behind all of this. So even if it's one-off, if it is properly treated, if justice is made to count, if the blood of Nigerians mindlessly killed by these people could count for anything, this administration would have been seen to have done justice to the niggling issue of the question, who were those behind all of this? So this is just a teaser to those, and you would be shocked by the time the DSS will come up with the facts that they have. Nigerians will be shocked about the kind of people that, because I mean, they are all part of us, So I do not see this being washed away. I do not see this thing being dragged under the carpet, and I'm not seeing that it's going to be the end of the story. We are going to see many more of them. And I believe that at the end of the day, just as this one is panning out, nobody will be able to say that it is witch hunt, because there are cases, there are strong facts. And that was why they were going to the court. That was why they were heading straight for prosecution. Nigerians have bleeded too much. And we thank the government for having the courage, demonstrating the courage, at least for once, that they can rout all that were against the growth, the safety, the peace of Nigeria.
All right, so still on terrorism, still on banditry. The northern part of the country, has been at the brink of the has been the most suffered part of terrorism, banditry, and all of these things. And the Punch newspaper reported this morning. Their headline story is saying amnesty deal outrage mounts as Katsina government moves to release 70 bandits. I know last year we had discussions of releasing bandits, and are they we use this word repentant bandits, and here on the show. So now the Katsina state government is saying they want to release 70 bandits into let's just target again repentant bandits. First off, how does this sound to you as a Nigerian, and how does this sound to you as a concerned citizen?
As a Nigerian, I am angry with many of us, especially leaders, who do not share the same priorities with the common man. It is just sad that in a country where a major part of it, 19 states, as a matter of fact, are under threats, and you now find a government who ought ordinarily to join the national government in stamping out crime, criminality, and bold-faced terrorism, to say that they will rather vote for amnesty, they will rather vote for forgiveness of sin, they would rather want to integrate 70 criminals into the society. I mean, why then are we wasting revenue? Why then are we wasting resources? What then is the benefit of all of what we are doing? And the Nigerian soldiers killed, maimed, and all of that, just to keep the nation together. These are criminals. And I dare say that no Nigerian of right thinking will support a government that think that 21st century world and January 2026, the handshake he wants to give to Nigerians is a handshake of forgiveness of sin to criminals, to terrorists. No one does it anywhere in the world. And it makes a mess of government stance against criminality in whatever form. So I stand against it. I will preach against it. I will talk against it. It's the most mindless decision that any government whatsoever would have taken on behalf of their people, and it's a crime against Nigeria.
On the part of these citizens, right? They would be saying they've served their time in the prison or in custody. Is it possible that they might be repentant if indeed, or it's just a no-no? You have been committed to killing or murder, and you should also face the pain that you have caused people. So do you think the government should also, in one way or the other, I believe the Katsina government, they have a reason for why they want to release these bandits? But do you think in the part of these bandits also they deserve a fair hearing to say they have repented and they have a change of heart?
I am one with the position of the defense minister, General Musa, who would say to the world that a friend of a criminal is a criminal. The Katsina government will not be able to convince anyone that they have a strong point in absolving a terrorist, a criminal, who has tasted blood and integrating them into the higher fabrics of the society that they have terrorized, that they have weaponized, that they have traumatized, that they have killed. There is nothing that defends that. And it is an assault to all right-thinking men anywhere in the world, not only in Nigeria. It's an assault, it's an affront, and it's a killer punch to everything positive that the national government is doing to stamp this thing away. I mean, let us just face it. It strengthens the argument of so many across the country who believes that this country is left divided, because you cannot begin to arrogate or defend porous decisions and positions. Decisions that every other sane environment would have, nobody should even be thinking of it. I bet, let us just move on. Because the more you think of it, the more you talk about it, the more you get inflamed. That indeed you could have a section of the country who are actually affected by this crisis, defending what is wrong and going about to let the world know or tell the whole world, that you can go to places, we will still do what we have to do. It's an affront on all of us. It's an affront on humanity. It's an affront on the intelligence of the world as I see it today.
All right, thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Aderibigbe. We are cut short with time. We would have loved to, expatiate on some of these topics. It's heartbreaking and it's heart-watering to see that people who have been who have partaken in murder, who have killed innocent lives, are now thinking getting released into the same community. There's, like you said, if a friend, even as simple as it is, a friend of a criminal is a criminal, let alone a criminal himself. I personally, I do not stand with the opinion of releasing 70 bandits into a community again. What for? They should be penalized for, murdering or killing innocent lives. Thank you very much, Mr. Aderibigbe, for joining us. It's our first program for the year, and we hope to have you more and more.
Thank you very much. It's nice being here once again. And to all our viewers, I appreciate you for your consistency in staying with the Nation Television. Please keep tuned in, and bye for now.
All right, my name remains David Bolarinwa. I miss you again. Bye-bye.